A religion and worldviews approach to teaching religious education is a way of exploring religious and non-religious beliefs and ways of living in the classroom. This approach, which includes rethinking both content, what is to be taught, and pedagogy, the way of teaching, sets out to help children understand how different religious and non-religious worldviews impact on people's lives on a daily basis. It shifts the focus away from simply remembering lots of factual information about religions to trying to understand people. It acknowledges that people who follow the same tradition might believe different things or practice their religion in different ways. The religion and worldviews approach begins by understanding that everyone inhabits a worldview. Nobody stands nowhere. It helps pupils understand the nature of an organised worldview, in which a group of believers tend to share a view on life that has developed over time as a more or less coherent and established system with certain, written and unwritten, sources, traditions, values, rituals, ideals, or dogmas. However, it also explores the concept of a personal worldview, the way in which an individual encounters, interprets, understands, and engages with the world, shaped by their own background, experiences, and culture. This can help pupils understand what shapes their thinking and the decisions that they make. In turn, this can help them see that other people's worldviews may lead them to make different decisions and draw different conclusions. Through this, they develop greater understanding of the impact of belief and non-belief on the lives of people around them by engaging with the study of religion in an academically rigorous and scholarly way. So in the primary classroom, the substantive knowledge of a religion and worldviews approach starts with people. The lived experience of Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Jews, Muslims, Sikhs, and people who are non-religious. It explores the diverse stories they tell, the things they celebrate, and the way they live out their beliefs from day to day. It explores what is meant by concepts such as belief, religion, authority, deity, and right and wrong. It investigates what makes a tradition organised and how it may offer meaning and purpose to the individuals who belong to it in different ways. It considers how different worldview traditions impact on individuals and provide insight on ultimate questions or guidance on moral and ethical questions. It explores how religious and non-religious worldviews can change and develop over time and look differently locally, nationally, or globally. A religion and worldviews approach isn't just about the content. It involves teaching in a way that supports children to engage with the substantive knowledge as interpreters of religion and worldviews. So in a classroom, children might engage in activities that enable them to understand their own developing personal worldview and positionality. For example, when looking at religious festivals, children in reception classes might be encouraged to share the ways their families do or do not celebrate at key points in the year. Through this, children can start to see that they have their own beliefs and traditions, whether they are from a religious family or not, and start to explore how these impact on them. When planning A teacher might need to think about the concept underlying the substantive knowledge to be taught, so that pupils see themselves reflected in the classroom, whilst meaningfully encountering ideas beyond their experience. So, in Key Stage 2, rather than simply teaching about Abraham and Isaac as an ancient Jewish story, the learning could be part of a sequence which helps them interpret what sacrifice means to different people. This could draw on the Islamic story of Ibrahim and Ismail, and the Christian stories of the Fall and Easter. This grounds the substantive knowledge as a matter of central importance and allows pupils to understand similarities and differences within and between traditions. Children should also engage with the different ways in which we can find out about religion and belief traditions. Using a disciplinary approach, we can ask theological, sociological, historical, philosophical, or anthropological questions about religious and non-religious worldviews. RE lessons should help children understand that there are lots of ways to find out about religion, and that, over time, different kinds of questions give them different kinds of answers. Through this, children develop understanding of the scholarly methods and processes used to study religious and non-religious worldviews. For example, whilst learning about religion in their local area, the children might visit a place of worship, have an opportunity to meet and ask questions of people who use that building, look at census data to explore the size of that religious group within their locality, and learn about the beliefs and how these impact on the way that members of the community live their lives. Together, these elements give children the opportunity to ask different kinds of questions about a particular religious tradition. This approach emphasises the value of dialogue. Children come to appreciate that one of the best ways to learn what people believe and why they act as they do is to talk to them. In the primary classroom, this might come through opportunities to host visitors to speak and answer questions about their beliefs. These sorts of encounters can happen in the classroom or virtually. Finally, this approach also values intellectual humility in the classroom. Intellectual humility is recognising that there is always more we can learn, and therefore a limit to how certain we can be about our conclusions. It is accepting that some of the things we know are incorrect or incomplete, and being willing to accept and acknowledge other viewpoints and beliefs. It is not admitting weakness, it's acknowledging that there is more you can learn. To conclude, a religion and worldviews approach is an academically rigorous, challenging way of teaching RE, but one that supports children, by the end of Key Stage 2, to be knowledgeable, intellectually curious, respectful, and skilled at interpreting the rich diversity of religious and non-religious life in their locality, throughout the UK, and beyond.